Every time I make something and I serve it to somebody, and the reaction I get from them makes me feel so good. When I go to work, that's where I shine. We all need stability in our lives, okay? I create my own. I do a certain thing every day. I get to work at a certain time every day. After I'm done, I do the same thing. I walk home, I clear my head. I make it very hard for me to go past a certain amount of beers. 6 or 7. It all starts out with the first time that something bad happened in your life, and then you took a drink, or you took a toke, or you did a line, and that made you feel better.
My first stop every night is at Johnny's house to have a few beers.
Hey buddy, beer time. But you gotta think of, why did you have to feel better? What was wrong with the way you felt before that? I haven't figured that out yet. The first time you ever take a drink, how did you feel? Did it make you feel good? Why did you not feel good before you took that drink? That's a question that you have to answer. This is the why we do it. This is why I do it. Something made me not feel good. I used to wake up in the morning, and I was so sick from drinking the night before. I lived in a basement apartment, and I had a shower in the corner. And I would be in there, and I would let it all go. The puke, the shit, everything. That's what made me quit. I quit for 2 years, but I can't, you know. Now I control myself, and I'm good. I'm not gonna say I had a great life, you know. Meeting up with friends who also had their own little problems, and then, you know, you have a drink. And then all of a sudden, Mikey becomes, like, every time he drinks, a nice guy. Everybody likes him. He's the most popular guy at school. When I was working with the automotive industry, it was very stressful. And all there was to my life was getting up in the morning, going to work, going drinking with all the boys at the nighttime and trying to outdo everybody, which I managed to do most of the time, but that wasn't healthy for me. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What are we doing for lunch today?
We haven't decided yet, but we will soon. And,
At work, it's fun. You don't notice how fast the time goes. You could do like an almost 8-hour day, boom, 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 and not even realize how fast it went by.
On a weekend, if I get to sleep until 7:30, by 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm pacing the floor and trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the day. So you know, some days I'll take the dog out for a walk and we'll go for 3-4 hours down to the river. I get bored really easily, which leads to my going out and drinking, because then I'm not bored, I guess, I don't know. Having my routine, oh, it's great.
He was pretty nervous when he first came in and just trying to kind of find his place with the rest of the team. Yeah, things can get stressful for him. He still does drink. I think that is always a daily struggle for him. And through the years, we've kind of seen him grow into a more of a peer support type of role.
Good job. Look at that.
I don't want Mike to get stuck.
My parents were alcoholics.
My mom, when I was younger, when she divorced my dad, I was 11 years old, and she met this guy, and we moved out to Toronto because he had a good job and everything out there, but he turned out to be an asshole, okay? Like, if I forgot to flush the toilet, he would hold me by my feet, put my head in the toilet and flush it, and one day it escalated into something that was really bad, and I told my mom, I said, I don't want to live here anymore, I want to go back and live with my dad. Well, she thought she was going to teach me a lesson. She packed a bag for me, told me, you want to go? Go. Well, a week after that happened, I went down to the security office that day, and a week later I was back in Ottawa living with my dad.
I wish the fuck I didn't have to drink this stuff every day, but I do. I don't get it. And I don't hate myself for it, okay? I really don't. I do it, I have to do it. I don't do it like I used to. Tomorrow morning, I will wake up and I will go to work and I will do an awesome job.
They asked me to start the community kitchen, and I was really thrilled. The reason why I got involved with the community kitchen is because I was at my buddy John's house one day and I saw him making craft dinner, and he just put everything into the pot, turned it on boil, and I'm like, what are you doing, John? What are you doing? He goes, I'm cooking craft dinner. And I'm like, well, that's not how you cook craft dinner. Don't you read the instructions? And he said, I can't read. He's a good guy. I don't like that when I see people taking advantage of him, and I try to let him see what's happening, you know. And just keep stirring every once in a while, yeah, and then you'll notice that it all of a sudden changes to almost like see-through. Yeah. That means it's ready. Okay. Yeah. I love to see the look on their faces, and I also love it when they come back and tell me that they're trying other things at home. You know, it makes me feel really good that I could pass on something. I took a lot of things for granted. I was very selfish when I was an alcoholic, and I thought the world owed me a favor. And it turned out that being that way is just a miserable life. So now that I can give back, I'll never be able to give back as much as I took, you know. But now that I can, that helps me. It makes me feel better too.
Come alive, my buzzing you. Took the time to say that you're